Did they do enough or did they do too much? Chief investigative reporter Tony KOVALESKI takes a hard look at how government is spending your tax dollars during the rebound.
Any minute, people are going to start coming in.
The red tape has been a nightmare.
She has restaurants in 5 different metro counties.
This is where all the action happens.
There are more than a dozen restaurants that got more than $200,000.
Oh my God.
She owns a restaurant in Douglas County.
Usually we'll have 2 to 3 guys on the kitchen line.
If you didn't get that money, would this restaurant be open today?
Absolutely not.
He manages restaurants in Highlands Ranch and Denver.
I'm lucky that I got what I got. I'm lucky that the business is open.
And he owns a family-run restaurant in Aurora. All have spent the past year dealing with the same pandemic, hoping for government help to keep their doors open. Here's a closer look at the disparity our data analysis discovered. Last year, the maximum any one restaurant received in Denver County was a $7,500 grant. Adams County was $20,000. Arapahoe County and Aurora capped their assistance at less than $50,000. Now look at what we found in Jefferson and Douglas counties. Jefferson County handed out nearly $260,000 to one restaurant. Douglas County handed out more than $250,000 to more than a dozen restaurants, including $400,000 to 2 restaurants. That's a disparity spectrum between $7,500 and $400,000. Our data review also shows this telling breakdown. Restaurants in Denver, Aurora, Adams County, Arapahoe County, and Jefferson County received an average of less than $30,000 in CARES Act support last year, while restaurants in Douglas County averaged 3 times more in government support. Douglas County handed out grants to 183 restaurants, and the average of all those checks was nearly $90,000.
Talking to other managers and restaurant owners, they're all kind of shocked at the disparity.
Chris BOGERT serves as general manager for this restaurant in Highlands Ranch. Douglas County cut him a check for nearly $250,000, while his Denver restaurant received less than $8,000.
Well, I think that all counties need to get together and discuss how each one of them is handling it, because then it just creates that animosity between counties.
Restaurants in Denver and Aurora see these numbers. How do you think they're going to react?
Oh, they're going to be upset. There's another word I almost used, but I have to remember I'm on TV.
LASINDA Crane's Lone Tree restaurant also got a check from Douglas County dollars. Commissioners in the county created a formula to help restaurants based on a percentage of losses comparing 2020 revenue to the prior year. What do you say to the Douglas County commissioners?
Can I look at the camera and say it?
Sure.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
What do you say to criticism that you guys gave too much to businesses and restaurants?
I'm not looking forward to people comparing us to others. Douglas County is unique.
When you look at these numbers, are you comfortable you did the right thing?
100%. Absolutely.
Douglas County Commissioners Abe Layden and Laura Thomas point to data that shows Douglas County dedicated 57% of the $30 million CARES Act dollars it received to bail out businesses.
We did not use that money to backfill county offices, which we could have done.
How have you been able to stay open?
With these 2 hands.
RENATO Castillo is not in Douglas County. He has received government assistance for his Aurora restaurant, but nothing close to Douglas County dollars. Is there a part of you that wishes you would have got a $200,000 grant that you didn't have to pay back?
I think there wouldn't be any person in this planet that wouldn't like $200,000 for free.
There is no playbook, and unfortunately, sometimes it isn't necessarily as smooth as we'd like.
The story from Aurora's deputy city manager is consistent with what we've heard from other cities and counties outside of Douglas County. Is it possible to make everybody happy?
Unfortunately, it is not. We tried our best to create a system that was equitable.
Surprised by what we found?
But I did not realize that there were some people that were getting, close to $500,000. I'm jealous.
LORA McGinley has fought to keep doors open and employees with paychecks at 7 restaurants in 5 counties.
I'd love for the people that see this segment to understand the challenges that we're going through and to fight for us.
This industry in Colorado alone has lost $3 billion.
She's the president and CEO of the Colorado Restaurant Association. Is there part of you that's scratching your head and going, how can this difference be so significant?
Restaurants need help, and we're really hopeful that legislators and regulators will be really taking a hard look this year at what they can do to help the restaurant industry.
So while elected leaders consider how they will hand out future CARES Act dollars, consider this. A recent survey by the Colorado Restaurant Association found 50% of its members believe they will seriously have to consider permanently closing their doors in the next 6 months if dramatic changes don't occur in the regulations they face and the support they receive. I'm Chief Investigative Reporter Tony Kovaleski.
Tony, thank you. And you might be wondering, how did other counties spend their CARES Act dollars? We're digging for answers, and we'll let you know what we uncover. If you have a tip you'd like Denver7 to investigate, reach out. Contact 7 at thedenverchannel.com.